Where are you from, honey?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Is this your first Academy Award?
Yeah.
I'd like to say hello.
That's a gorgeous dress. Beautiful. Are you nervous for your dad tonight?
Sort of.
Humans always struggling with feelings. Unfortunately, your feeling is right this time.
It's shocking what you can do. We were talking on the internet, seeing the possibilities of the things you can do, you know, and realizing that how big it's going to be in the future and how much, you know, it's going to take part and everything else that I think I want to be part of it.
Yo, that's great. There goes MIT.
I'll make it up.
Yeah? How?
I'll hack the Gibson.
Dude, they'll trace you like that, man.
You also got married this past year?
Yeah.
Your co-star from Hackers. How did that all come about? You're laughing?
No idea.
You have no idea.
He's just like, he's just my best friend, and we just love being together.
For people who don't know who Gia is, what was it that made her such a hot model at the time? And
I think she was just very regular. She was so human and so just bold with exactly who she was.
I'm here to see Will and Mina Cooper. So is the rest of the world, and the rest of the world is way ahead of you, honey. 11 o'clock, Gia Marie Karanji.
Isn't this just really bizarre? Yeah, I mean, that's all I can think about is I feel like I've crashed this really big party, and I'm like, you know, that's what I feel like.
Well, you don't like me anymore?
I think people will see me in a certain light in this film, and it's going to be weird to watch people angry at me or thinking something's of me, so I'm a bit scared. They'll probably want to beat me up.
I'm gonna miss you, Susie Q.
I think you have to play people that you understand. I think or else you shouldn't play them.
Here you are with this Academy Award.
I know, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and go, somebody was playing a joke on me.
I heard all about the tattoo. I was in Egypt. Let me see it.
You were in Egypt.
I was gone and I heard, oh my God. Did you know she was doing that?
Yeah. I dropped her off.
You're never alone. I'm with you always, just as I've always been.
Letting your father play your father. How great was that?
He's one of my best friends in the world, and oh God. Oh, hey, Dad.
Sweetie.
Yeah. Surprise. It's a terrible thing.
It's a good thing I said something nice. Because it was really him, and he really meant all the things he was saying to me, and I really knew that.
It's really nice. It's always nice when people come out to... I'm like every actor, you know, we don't know when we're going to get our next job, and we go to premieres and things, and we wonder if anybody's going to show up. And so it's a relief when people do. For an audience, because they come to see a film and they want to see... They don't want to see the actor they know all the time exactly as that actor. They'd like to, I think, you know, it's your job. You're an entertainer to do something different, try to show them something different and get lost in a new personality.
The truth is, I never really knew how it would end. The only thing I am sure of is how it began.
This film was wonderful to me. This film, one of the strangest times in my life, because it was a film, the first time I've done a film that was really about something I cared about this deeply. But it was also a time when my marriage was ending, and it was also a time that my son came home, and I became a mom.
When you are a name living forever in history, as the most glorious, shining light of youth, forever young, forever inspiring, never will there be an Alexander like you, Alexander the Great.
Satisfied?
Not for years.
We're very competitive.
And when did you get a sense? How did you know when it was like?
Almost immediately.
When you got kids, sometimes you just miss the night alone at home, but but it's lovely. It's nice to come out. It's very nice.
If you weren't an actress, what would you be?
I think I'd just be home being a mom more. I love being a mommy. I love my kids.
I am not running away from anything. Least of all my responsibilities. I am even taking care of that boy right now
because I am all he has. What worries me is that you have stopped looking for my son.
Why should we be looking for someone we've already found?
I don't know how you can be gorgeous every time you show up for these and have the kids around the house all morning.
The dress goes on last minute.
We've gone out peed on without people
Yes,
knowing.
we have.
I wish we'd met in another life, Frank. Take the next flight back to America. You'll find what you need in the bag. Be safe.
How are those naughty babies? That's all I want to know about.
They're just as naughty.
They are?
They're
Yes.
fantastic.
Do they get excited on awards night for you guys?
They're really irritated that mommy and daddy have to keep going to things.
They know.
And they say, what is it? We say we're going to work, and when you try to explain this as work, it sounds like the most ridiculous work on the planet.
What is it like inside when you're actually sitting there and you're waiting for your category to be announced? What is that period of time like?
You try to enjoy the whole night, and you have a lot of friends that are up, so it's not just your category. You know, it's everybody's. You're rooting for lots of different friends.
Go away. Go. Go away. I don't like children.
The scene with her was actually lovely. I explained to her before we went on what it was going to be and that I was going to be mean and say I didn't like children. She's my little shadow. So it was perfect because I could say anything, and she just does. She doesn't see a monster. She doesn't see horns. She just is a mommy.
I don't want to be here.
It's all right, honey. Just look at me.
About working with Brad again. You haven't worked with Brad in 10 years. It was risky, though, wasn't it?
I suppose. I think it's riskier to not live your life with freedom and be an artist. So I think we had to do that so we could just allow ourselves to live as we should, and not think about how it might be interpreted, but just be open.
What is the lesson that every day when you wake up as a mother that you try to teach your kids?
I just want them to know that they're loved, and I want to be always honest with them, and to know that I'm always learning, trying to be better, and I hope that they are too, and try to be honest. Matt can be he's very studious. He's much more than I am, but he's got a wicked sense of humor, and he's very fun to be with. So, I don't know, he's kind of, when your children are your best friends, it's kind of it's a nice life.
I know who you are. I know you. You do not. Yes, I do. You're my mother.
It's natural, especially the older woman grows with that maternal, that desire to nurture, that especially when you're on set or and you're in any situation, you want to nurture. You want to look at men and women. You want to look after your colleagues or the people who are younger on set or whatever it is. So it's fun.
When we were talking to the Eternals cast, everybody just felt like a collective sigh of relief that you guys can finally talk about this movie. Playing a superhero puffs you up a little bit, makes you feel a little bit more empowered.
It does, but it's a little, you know what it is though? You get the outfit on and you're feeling really like, and then you see your kids and you're like, and then the way they look at you, like, what are you doing? Then you get nicely brought back down to earth. Like, you are so weird, Mom.
I'm so lucky. We've all been used to being tight together for a long time, and I think when you have that many children, they really take care of each other. They help me. I'm not alone managing everything. They are an amazing team, so I'm very, very fortunate.
I mean, your mom walks in a full spandex gold outfit with gold hair, and you just think, what do you do for a living? What are you? How do you get back in your robe?
The reason that many people struggle to leave abusive situations is that they've been made to feel worthless. When there is silence from a Congress too busy to renew the Violence Against Women Act for a decade, it reinforces that sense of worthlessness. That's why passing this law is one of the most important votes you as senators will cast this year.
Seeing you pose with your son tonight is really beautiful.
I'm very happy he's healthy and he's here, and I'm very happy. We worked on the film together, and we do a lot of work together, so it's a family night together.
I know you talked about how nervous you were to sing.
It was such a great gift to be trained something new at this time in my life, and something that's such a beautiful art form. I have such love and respect for opera and opera singers and that world. I do hope it makes more people listen to opera.
There's a point where self-confidence becomes a kind of insanity.